Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Sorry, guys. Hey, Miss Ashley. I'm so sorry. That was crazy. But I think this is probably going to be better for everybody who's watching on the big screen. Hey. Hey, Miss Mia Moore. If you could go into the group and put the link to this video in there besides instead of the other video, that would be really helpful. Sorry, guys. Hey, Scott, get it in. Thank you, Mia. Thank you. And if you're in the other group, please post this link instead, please. So you're in. Hey, Jenny, I'm calling you back, girl. Calling you back. Okay, y'all seen the title? Me and Eva had to come on back and give y'all this info because this is a topic that people kind of skate around. They don't really talk about it. Hey, Keita Boo Boo. They don't really talk about it. They don't, they want to be nice and not put it out there. But y'all know I'm the one to do it. So, okay, let's talk about it. Pretty privilege. I'm going to be nice, though. I'm going to be nice. Pretty women have privileges that regular, mundane, I'm too busy because I had to go to work and I didn't have time to do my makeup. I don't want to do too much. Seems like I'm extra. Pretty women have way more privileges than the women who make these sorts of statements. And I'm going to tell you why. Ooh. Hey, my YouTube. I already got some money. Sorry, I know I have to do that when I get donations. Thank you so much for the donation already, my YouTube, before I even get to saying anything. Thank you. Anyway, so people don't want to talk about it, but I'm gonna talk about it because that is the reason why pretty women are always picked on, always made to feel less than. Oh, you shouldn't say things like that because you'll make other people feel bad. That's why pretty women are put in people want you to stay in your place when you're a pretty girl. They don't want you to do too much or be too much because it's offensive to other people. So that's why. Pretty women can go places that regular women cannot. Pretty women can have the man that the regular woman cannot. Pretty women can get away with way more things than a regular average woman cannot. Pretty women can talk to people any kind of way they want to. They can come and go if they please. They can show up late. They can show, they can act disinterested. They get way more things in life than regular, average, or ugly women can. I'm gonna give y'all an example. So I had a car accident today, right? Hit the lady, bam. So I was trying to make a U-turn because I'm rushing, doing something. I'm making a U-turn and I hit her. Oh well, lady. Yes, I hit your car. Here's my license. Here's my insurance thing, And I was like, she apologizing to me. She's apologizing to me, and I clearly hit her. She apologizing to me. I'm like, girl, please, I'm getting ready to trade mine in. So I could care less what it looked like. Hers was brand new. Hers was brand new. She was like, I'm so sorry for turning in front of you, but you're so beautiful. You are so pretty. Oh my God, I can't believe how beautiful you are. And I'm like, girl, do you realize I just hit you? Pretty privilege. So I'm like, girl, she was like, just don't even worry about it. I know, she was like, I know it was probably my fault, so just whatever. You know, I'm like, okay, dummy, bye. Pretty girl privilege. Pretty women. She was black. She certainly was black. Yes, ma'am. She was younger than me. She was younger than me. But she still was like, dang, it must have been my fault. And it wasn't. She wasn't obese. She was way skinnier than me. No, I looked better than her. To all the people like, wait, it had to be something. No, I was pretty and she was not. That's what it was. She didn't have no makeup on, none of that. So when I say pretty privilege, pretty women can talk to men like this. Look, I came in here. No, she did have insurance. She had a brand new car. She had a brand new car. Come on. She had insurance. She was just in awe, like, oh my gosh, she didn't even care about the dang on car. She like, where did you come from? Anyway, pretty women can talk to men like this. You know what? I'm the prize. You need to pay me. All of my bills need to be paid. I need to have an outfit every time we come together. I need to be able to feel comfortable. Don't be touching me. This is what we're going to do, and you're going to like it. Pretty women can talk to men like this. An average woman can't do that because he's going to be like, what you mean? Average women can't get to the second date. Average women can't get him to call her back. Average women is wondering why he is, talking to her crazy. Why he don't do extra stuff for her. The average woman is wondering this stuff. The pretty woman ain't got to worry about that. She wanting the man to stop calling her because he's blowing her phone up. Michelle, can you give tips on how to not be average? Tips are given in every single one of my videos. You need to have your makeup on point, and you need to have your outfits on point. Pretty women you don't have to be nice when you're pretty, or when we have a good figure, or when you have nice teeth, or when your look and everything is together. You don't have to be nice to people. And they're gonna be like, oh, well, that's just her. That's just her. You know what I mean? You don't have to do any of that. When your look is together, you can say whatever you want to say. And people are like, yeah, well, dang, I guess that's, the way it is. When you're ugly, or you're not attractive, or you're an average looking woman, you have to be nice. Especially, think about it like this. Women expect to be the exception to this rule. Just got off the phone with one today. A sad little case. Women expect to be the exception to this rule, right? But then they want to shame the woman who has followed the rules and gotten to where she's trying to go. How does that work? How does that work? If I tell you, you know what, all you have to do is change your wardrobe and put on some more makeup, and you argue with me and tell me, oh, no, that's not the case, that's not the case. Well, you know what? Now I see why. Now I see why. You know what I'm saying? You cannot expect to be mediocre and still be able to interact and act and be in the circles with people who are not mediocre. If a man is able to purchase a Corvette, he's going to buy the Corvette. He's not going to say, well, I guess I'll just settle for that little Honda. No. Why would you settle when you can have everything you want? Men are coveted for their money. Women are coveted for their beauty. Period. If you're not a beautiful woman, you will not get somebody to finance your life. If you do, then he got to be extremely ugly. And they'll pay for anybody. It ain't got to be just a beautiful woman. They don't care. It's really like working on your look can only benefit you. You cannot be lazy and expect to get the best out of life, period. Just like men who are wealthy, they understand this because they've worked hard. They've fought and scratched and scammed and lied and, bent over backwards and kissed up and did everything necessary to get to where they are so they can have these millions of dollars in the bank. And you think he's supposed to scrape through all of these top tier women, fight to get to the bottom to come scrape you up so you don't have to go back to the call center? Really? Really? No, that's not the case. He's not going to do that. Also, just because you like your look, ooh, let me take my face off the camera so I won't offend nobody. Because I got to say this. Just because you like the way you look doesn't mean that men like the way you look. Does not mean you're attractive. It does not mean you're sexy. It does not mean he will pay your bills. It does not mean he wants to do anything other than play trampoline with you. Hello? I don't care what you think about your look. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what he said about your look. I don't care that he told you you look good. I don't care. How's he treating you? How's he treating you? You still got to go to work tomorrow? You on break? Are you on break right now? That's what counts. If you still got to go to work tomorrow, don't tell me about how you feel about your look. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just saying. I'm just saying. There are privileges that you receive when you are pretty. If people tell you on a regular basis you're pretty, okay. And it's not your mama, cousin, auntie, and all them. If people tell you that you're pretty on a regular basis, then you're pretty. It is what it is. I need my moderators in here today to be active and on point because I don't have time. I got a message to send, so y'all be working on that. Women who take the time to do their makeup for 2 hours, women who are working out, on diets, getting exfoliated and waxed and doing all this extra stuff to enhance their beauty. Don't have to get on my phone talking about, can you help me start my business, Mickey? Women who work on their look don't even have that type of stuff going on in their conversation. The women who are perfecting their look are sitting at home with me, relaxing, chilling, wiping it off, starting over. You know what I'm saying? For real. That's what the women who are perfecting their look are doing. It's tough. It's tough for somebody to critique your look. It's hard because you used to seeing yourself. You used to seeing yourself. You used to seeing, that your forehead starts way back here. You're used to that. You're used to being 245 pounds. You're used to that. You're used to people saying, oh, you're pretty even though. You're used to that. We not. Everybody else is not. So yeah, you could say, oh, I'm pretty. Ooh, I know I'm pretty. I know I look good. Okay. Did you give anybody else the memo though? Did anybody else get it? Now, I'm not on this video to say, oh, I'm so pretty, I'm so beautiful, and y'all all ugly. That's not the message. What I'm saying is, you want to make sure that every time you are out in public, every time you are seen, every time you go on a date, you need to make sure that you are 100% to your best ability beautiful. Beautiful. Top tier women are women who get taken care of. If you can't be pretty, If it's something wrong and you can't be pretty, if it's something, you know, off and it's just, it can't happen for you. It can't happen for you. You need to learn the game, baby. You need to have so much game that you're able to play psychology and get inside his mind. Because if you get inside his mind, then you'll get somebody to take care of you. You'll get somebody, you know, you can have him feeling like he ugly and can't get nobody else. Then you got him paying your bills. If you can't be exceptionally Instagram bad, fine, sexy, ooh, I want to wife her, I would get her pregnant on purpose, cute. If you can't be that, everybody can't do it. I understand that. Everybody can't do it. If you can't do that, then you, hey, Julie. Hey, Miss Julie. Thank you. Thanks for my donut. Got some money. Got some money. Got some money. Okay. Sorry. If you can't do that, then you need to make sure that you understand the game in and out. You need to be able to complete his sentences before he says it. You need to be able to be like, oh, he said that he want to be with me. He said he don't care about the PP. But the fact that he is pressuring me to keep giving it up, the fact that he is able to get in my head is what I need to be paying attention to. You know, you should be able to get past all of that. You should be able to get past all of that and say, you know what? This is what he really means by it. If you can't do that, if you can't have game and you don't want to be pretty, then keep clocking in. That's all I can tell you. Keep clocking in. Keep clocking in, because that's what's going to happen for you. You're going to have to work. Mediocre women are expected to give it up. Period. If he always coming at you for sex and he ghosts you because you're not having sex, guess why? Guess why? Come on, niece. Ask me why he ghosted you because you ain't having sex. Because you look mediocre. You look mediocre. If you was fine, if you was pretty, if you were attracted to him, if you were attractive to him, then he would be like, you know what, I'm gonna do any and everything to make sure you don't have to go to work, because I want you to stay at home so you can get this together. If I can look at this every day, oh, I'm going to get another job so you ain't got to go to work. I'll work the job so you ain't got to go. That's what happens when you're pretty. When you're mediocre, that won't happen for you. It will not happen. He gonna be like, just like you say, okay, think about it. Somebody that's ugly. Somebody that's ugly. You expect an ugly person to be nice, right? You just do. You can't be ugly and mean, because you ain't never gonna get nowhere in life. So if a person is ugly, they at least need to be nice, right? Right. So if you're mediocre, I didn't scrape through the top tier to come get to you because I assume you're easy. You got to be easy if you're a mediocre woman. You have to be easy. If you're a mediocre woman, that means you want stuff to be easy. Hey, Miss YouTube. Miss YouTube, uh-oh. Or my YouTube, hold on. Oh, dang. I'm going to come back to my YouTube because I was on a rant. But if you are, if he's ugly, you expect him to be nice and generous. If you're ugly or not attractive or mediocre to him, then he's going to expect you to give it up. That's the least you can do. If you're going to be mediocre, at least give me some pee-pee. And with him, if you're going to have a mediocre job, you can at least be generous with your little mediocre check. Hello? Come on. That should be, that's how these men are thinking. Come on now, Mickey, I have an issue. I'm pretty and cute, but not sexy. I'm a virgin, so that might be a part of it. How can I get to the next level? Virgins can get to the next level. You have to be, a man has to be sexually attracted to you if he's going to pay all of your bills and do all of that, because sex is the motive when it comes to men. Sex is the motive. If he doesn't think he's going to potentially get that virginity, then you're going to be still at the level you're on. They approach, but I don't give off that vibe yet. Then just be, okay, they'll approach you, but there's no, you have to be able to give off that sexy vibe. Sexy women are taken care of. If he thinks of you in a sexual way, that is how you get to the money. If not, then it won't happen. Money goes where the PP goes, period. Or the idea of the PP, or the hope of the PP. That's where the money goes. If he can't even hope he gonna get it, then he's gonna leave you alone and go to the next one who we can get it from. You know, but if you say, women that say, Mickey, I'm sexy, I'm cute, I'm fine, need to think about that. You do. If you have to make the statement, I'm pretty, if you have to say, oh, I know I'm pretty, oh, I know I'm gorgeous, oh, I know I look good. If you've ever heard yourself say that, it's most likely in a defensive posture, and because somebody did something or said something to make you feel otherwise. There's no need to say, oh, I'm so pretty, if you really are. You never have to say you're pretty if you are pretty. So I'm not a prostitute. Prostitutes get paid, baby. You trying to get to the next level. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with having no sex, girl. How old are you? Let me say that. How old are you? Let me start there. Depending upon how old you are, girl, look here. If you a 40-year-old virgin, you need to get on the phone and talk to me. But if not, I know you weren't talking to me, but I'm just, how old are you? For real, I want to know. Now you got me curious. Girl, selling your virginity ain't no prostitute. All of us, all these 299 people on here wish they would have sold their virginity. 24, go on, do it, baby. Just go bust it open one good time. You'll be all right. Ain't nothing wrong with it. And you ain't holding nothing that's just so precious. And girl, please, go have you some sex. Especially, girl, just go do it just to do it, to get all that off of you. You still like a little girl. You still like, oh, I can't, oh my God, he touched me. Oh, what did it mean when he kissed you on your neck? And girl, ain't nobody got time for that. They need some women. You know, a man wants a woman, and you're still technically a little girl. Girl, ain't nothing wrong with it. Don't hold it. Don't hold it. If you hold it too much longer, you're going to hold it so long and ain't nobody going to want it no more. So, girl, please. Anyway, I know that ain't what you wanted to hear, but go on, give it up somewhere, girl. At least, or you could get paid. You can get paid for it. Everybody's saying, oh, you're a virgin, you can get paid for it. But if I didn't have a C-section scar, I'm still a virgin too. For real. Michelle said, oh my God, this is so appalling. I can't believe you told a virgin to just go give it up. If you're 24 years old, you way behind in the game. You way behind in the game. For real. Super behind. Super behind in the game. So, you know. Yeah. You about to be 30. You're a little closer to 20 than you are 30, but girl, still 30 and a virgin. I ain't even going. Your time ain't up, but your clock is ticking. What you holding it for? Let me ask y'all that. What's the big deal? You don't want a man? Are you kind of questioning your sexuality, or what? What is it? Are you American? That's probably a better question. Are you American? Because holding it for the Lord. Well, hold it for him then. Maybe Jesus tapped that thing when he get back down here. I don't know. Scared of what? Cammy, hey Cammy, thank you. My baby's in there asleep, Cammy, but I got you. I'm gonna come in there DM and I'm gonna twerk a little bit for you. We're gonna keep it a secret though. What? Girl, let me go. Thank you, Cammy. You waiting on marriage. Girl. Oh, she said she American. You held it because you never felt that type of connection with the guy. They annoy you. Oh, yeah. See, you still a little girl. You still a little girl up here. I need to get you on the phone. Get your mind right. You'll be getting to the bed faster than you think playing with me. But anyway, so pretty women have privileges that regular, mundane, mediocre women do not, really. They just do. If you don't want to put in the effort, if you don't want to sacrifice some time, if you don't want to wake up early, if you don't want to reshape your eyebrows and make them not look crazy, if you don't want to do those things, then you cannot be mad if you're not able to play up here with the big girls. You can't. You cannot. Your problem is you can't take the D. Girl. But let me tell you something about that. This is a little blurb, and I might not even be able to say this on YouTube, but women have babies. Women have babies. Women have 8-pound babies every day. Somebody pushing something out right now. You talking about you can't take the D. Girl, ain't nothing wrong. A little PP is nothing, I'm telling you. Girl, it's women on this channel right now that done pushed out 10-pound babies, and you talking about you can't take the PP. If he ain't got an 8-pound PP, I think you'll be all right. I think you'll be just fine. Anyway, enough of the virgin talk. I can't even play with you like that. But the comedian Monique, remember she jumped on the internet and was hooping and hollering about, Netflix won't give me this money and they're treating me like I'm this and treating me like that because I'm black. Because I'm not necessarily what, she tried to put it on the fact that she was black. I venture to say it's because Monique is overweight still, even though she lost weight, and the fact that she is not aesthetically beautiful, period. She's not aesthetically beautiful. She is not somebody that you would be like, oh man, I know that this lady is on top of her game. She's not beautiful. Even with makeup, even with hair, she's not somebody who's considered beautiful. Pretty privilege, They would pay Halle Berry to get up there and do comedy before they pay Monique, simply because she's married. I don't care about her husband. I'm talking about her as a person. Y'all missing the point. Exactly. She need a nose job. She need a whole bunch of stuff going on. There's privileges in being pretty. One moment. Okay, so I feel like she would have gotten, her nose is all wide. It's wide and ugly and big and just, it's too big. She's not aesthetically beautiful. Now, I know people gonna say, well, she's African. She has African features. Blah, 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 blah. I get all that. I understand. She does. Maybe she does have an African nose and all of that. But is that the standard of beauty in this country? Is it the standard of beauty in this country? I don't care about what the standard of beauty is in Africa. I don't know nothing about Africa. Her wide nose is ugly. All wide noses ain't ugly. But hers is. I mean, come on. Think about it. Taraji P. Henson versus Monique. There you go. Hello? Hello? Think about it. Think about it. If you can't be the standard of beauty, if you're born and you don't have what is considered the standard of beauty in the country that you're in, then you can make changes. They have plastic surgery. They have a whole bunch of different products and everything. They have a million different things that you can do or try. And who is Chris? Okay, I'm gonna have to get another moderator because clearly mine are sleeping. Let me see. Your mama smell like a fish, Chris Nelson. Why you want to talk about I look like a fish? Boy, go ahead. Let me see who can be my moderator. Here's CC Love. You finna be a moderator. Yep. There you go. Anyway, so whatever the standard beauty is in this country, in the country that you're in, to ascribe to be that is the ideal. Because when you ascribe to be whatever this, Mickey, I need to move. Yay! I got some more money. Got some more money. Got some more money. Yay! Thank you. Thank you so much, Lee. Thank you so much for that donation. So generous. Thank you so much. I need to move and get a car. Do you think I should level up before or after doing so? Leveling up before would help you to get those things that you need. If you level up, a man would be more than happy to get you those things. So you don't level up after the fact, you level up before so that you can get somebody else to do it. Don't do it yourself and then get somebody else to pay for it. You get them to do it. You don't need money to level up. No, you don't. That's where a lot of people are missing it. You don't have to have money to level up at all. Somebody else would pay you. Right, Asian women will change their whole face to get a whale. Sure would. I don't have a problem with plastic surgery. I do not. I do not have to have, I don't have a problem with it at all. I think that if you can't do it yourself, if makeup can't trick people into doing it, then you need to find a way. There's always a way. But leveling up is the way to get you you can literally have everything you ever hoped, dreamed, wished, and everything if you would just level up. Play in your makeup. Get your look together. Exactly. We live in a vain world, so you have to act accordingly. Yes, I wish it was different. Yes, I wish, oh, people accept me for me and all of that. Black women don't need plastic surgery. Black women are naturally beautiful. Damn lie from the pit of hell. Yes, they do. Not just because they're black. Just because you black does not make you beautiful. It's some black ugly ass women. What? Y'all tripping. See, that's why I kind of didn't want to make this video, because people want to make it a black versus a white. It's not a black versus a white thing. It's pretty versus not pretty. That's what it is. Pretty versus not pretty. Lose weight, do your makeup, get your look together, and look gorgeous, as gorgeous as you possibly can. Has nothing to do with you being black. I'm black. Okay, I'm black. It's pretty versus ugly, not black versus white. Okay, let's take Taraji P. Henson versus Rosie O'Donnell. Since you want to make it a black and a white thing, who's the more beautiful woman? Taraji. Hello. Let's take Nicole Kidman versus Whoopi Goldberg. Who's the more beautiful woman? Nicole Kidman. Come on. This stuff is a no-brainer. People want to make it seem like, oh, nobody's ugly. We're all beautiful in God's eyes. We should all be equal. Believing that crap will have y'all still clocking in. Believing that crap. We are not all beautiful in God's eyes. No, you're not. It's some ugly ass people in the world. And y'all crazy if you think it ain't. If you think that there are not ugly people in the world, then you're delusional, because there are. No, people ain't gonna say it, but it's some ugly people in the world. Just like it's some ugly kids. You wouldn't walk up to somebody and be like, oh, your little girl done got ugly. You know, when the kids start losing these teeth in the front and stuff, they start getting ugly. Say it ain't so. When kids get about 7 and 8 and they start losing all their teeth and one grow in and the other one is missing, and they be looking jacked up and ugly. I'm telling you, they do. It ain't cute. Ain't nothing cute about that. That's ugly. They look ugly when their teeth is all jacked up and barely coming in and all of that. I mean, as far as my opinion, this is what I'm saying. They look ugly. It just is what it is. I mean, you can try to be nice and say, no, they're just going through growing pains. Okay, well, that's one of the growing pains that's ugly. And I would tip my sons, I done told my sons, baby, you was ugly. I was ugly when I was going through that phase. So stop trying. Ain't no sugarcoating it. There's pretty versus ugly. When you're pretty, you get away with stuff. It just is what it is. You know, I'm sorry. People have ugly babies. Just, anyway, enough of that. Looks is everything. Looks are everything. Looks are everything. And looks can get you everything. Looks are everything. And looks can get you everything that you've ever wanted. Period. I don't care what you say. I don't care who you are. Looks can get you everything. There's also skinny privileges. Yes, skinny people have privileges that obese people do not. It just is what it is. You can say, wow, tell me it's not true though. Tell me it's not true. You can't be mad at me because it is what it is. Tell me it's not true. If this little girl would stop texting me, see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Let me stop. You can be like, oh my God, don't be mad at me because y'all know it's true. You can't be mad at me and say I invented it. And ain't no thick. That's what black people, well, I ain't skinny and I ain't big, so I'm thick. No, you big. If you ain't skinny, you big. Ain't no thick. You get thick privileges in the black community. If you're seeking black men, then be thick. Be thick and get all that thick privilege. You sure do. You get a lot of thick privileges with black men, but you're not going to be able to assimilate into another culture being thick. Thick don't work. Thick works with us. Once you get outside of thick, if you ask somebody white, they're going to say you're fat. Oh, okay. Black men got money. They sure do. They sure do. They do. I got some black sugar daddies. They do. Black men have money. But who is the top breadwinners in the world? Who are the top breadwinners in the world? Let me know. Let me know. Put it in the comments. White men. Hello. There you go. So you can target for them needs if you want to. It is what it is. Let me go get this chart myself. Well, they should just accept me. I'm African. I'm African. Strong African cultures. I didn't say nothing about African cultures. I said pretty versus ugly. I didn't say European versus who is, hold on. I didn't say European versus African. No, I didn't say strong African features. I don't give a damn what you call it. You can call it African or whatever the case. You ain't got to be black to be from Africa. Sip that tea. What do it have to do with African? Good Lord. It don't have nothing to do with you being African. It has something to do with you being pretty or ugly. What is the standard of beauty in your country? If African features are not something that is the standard of beauty, then you need to do whatever it is in that country. If people think that, you know, African features are not something to ascribe to in the country where you live, then it would behoove you to be whatever the standard of beauty is. That's all I'm saying. Again, this is not my opinion. This is something that is purely facts. You know, for real. Black people always want to make something like, oh, they should just accept me because I'm black and I'm African. If you want to be so black and African, go back to the black and African culture where you are celebrated. If you want to be so black and African and be celebrated for all your melanin and come on, think about it for real. You can't don't stop being delusional just because you're black. People should just, you know, I'm black, so I'm automatically beautiful. No, just like you can't say that because but you can say because I'm pretty, I'm automatically beautiful. You can say because I'm skinny, I'm automatically beautiful. It just is what it is, you know. People, ain't nothing wrong with going back to your roots. If you want to go back to Africa where you can be celebrated and people can say, oh, I'm African and I'm so this and that and, you know, blah, blah, blah. Good. Go on back over there. Ain't nothing holding you over here. I like to be where I'm celebrated. So if I don't have the standard of beauty where I am, I'm going to do some things to change that. Let me tell you what I'm going to do to get myself even further up to par. I have had some children, given birth. I have nursed every single one of them. So my lady bags are no longer participating in this level up like I am. They're going south and we're elevating. Okay? So since that's not the case, since my boobies are not participating, I'm gonna have to go ahead and do something to correct that. Since Baby Fox decided that they were his, and the Baby Fox before him decided that they were his, and the Baby Fox before him decided, it's time for Mama to get it back together, okay? My boobs are not the standard of beauty, so I'm gonna get them up to par. I like to get them up to par, seriously. Since that, you know, since it's not happening natural for me, then I'm gonna have to do what's necessary to get it done. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. What's wrong is expecting people to accept the fact that you decide to be mediocre, but you still want to play up here with the big girls. That's wrong. Don't nobody have to accept you the way you are. Nobody has to accept you the way you are. You need to see what the standard is and act accordingly. That's it. Do I think an A cup is pretty? An A cup would probably get you a man before somebody with much larger breasts and a much larger figure. I don't think that's attractive at all, but you ain't trying to get me, you trying to get a man. What do men think is attractive? I'm not mean. I'm just telling the 100% truth. People want to sugarcoat stuff and be like, I'm so sick of talking to women like, well, I do my makeup okay. I mean, I think I dress all right. I mean, I look good to myself when I look good to myself. That's what I'm tired of. But you don't consider your features African features, though. What do that have to do? You know what? What does me considering my features African have to do with anything? I can get your man, baby. How about that? Miss Aphorisms, and I ain't even gonna block you because I know who you are. I wouldn't care if I had monkey dog, time her out. I wouldn't care if I had monkey dog features from Jupiter. I can get your man though. How about that? Sip that tea. I probably do have African features. I don't know. I'm African American. Do I have African features? I don't care. I don't know what kind of features I got. I got this money though. That's what I got. Most importantly, that's what I have is money. To do whatever I want to do with it. 24/7. You know? So it is what it is. And I knew some of y'all was gonna get mad and say, well, you black. How you gonna say, come on now, come on. We are in America. We are in America. We in America. What do Africa have anything to do with over here? If you African in this country, great. Great. Right. Good grief. I'm trying to help y'all get to the money. That's all it is. Right. What are your goals? If you African and you over here, celebrate yourself, honey. But you need to work on that level up. Don't think that just because you from Africa and you done jumped over here that people should just accept you just because you African, because that ain't what it is. It ain't. They brought us over here. So they want us to know that what they decide is the standard of beauty is probably what it is. I ain't mad at it, but I'm going to live here. I bet I'm not going to be so mad that I'm finna jump and go back to Africa. Oh, well. Okay, so they say, over here, they say, oh, the white woman is beautiful. So what I look like saying, well, that's stupid. Well, that's crazy. That's like going to China and telling them it's crazy that all they eat is rice. That's like going to China and trying to feed these people gravy, knowing good and well they don't eat no South Texas gravy. Come on. Come on. I don't need a breast lift. I want bigger boobs. My boobs are small and I want some kahunkas. Y'all stop worrying about come on. I mean, just What am I? Was that TMI? Anyway, do you think having shorter hair is a big disadvantage? Yes, men like long hair. What do men like? What do men like? What do men like? That's it. Slim, curvy. There you go. If you got a little teensy weensy little booty, you good. But all them gadonk booties and all that stuff, that's not attractive to no man. It's not. You know, be the opposite of a man. Exactly. Exactly. So many of you all want to remain in this delusion that people should accept you the way you are. Well, I can't help it. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. If I want some watermelon fake hard boobies, guess what? They're going to be mine. And I'm going to still be able to get no man, though. I'm just saying. If I had some watermelon fake boobies, I would still be able to get your man. It is what it is. Come on. For real. Y'all need to really think about it. Really sit and think about it. What are your goals and what are you trying to do? If you're trying to stay the same way, then stay that way. Can't nobody be mad at it. If you want to remain in the same space that you are now, remain there. But if you're trying to get this money and you're trying to get better, then you might want to listen. That's all I'm saying. Great. You have short hair and you're pretty. Okay. Oh, but you get more results with long hair. Yeah, I agree. I agree. It is sad and it's crazy and it's weird that the American culture is what it is. But guess what? It is what it is, most definitely. You know, it is what it is. You can either accept it or do things to make sure that you leave. Go where you're celebrated. If you're not celebrated in this country, do things that make you celebrated. If you don't want to do those things, then go somewhere where you are celebrated. But don't sit there and be mad and talk about the people that are celebrated. You can't talk about somebody who's getting what you want and then you can't talk about somebody who's getting what you want and then think that what you want is going to happen for you. You can't do that. It's not going to happen. Okay, questions, because I have about 5 more minutes. Men like asses. What do you mean, Mickey? Men do not like, they don't like them big gadonky-donk butts. No, they don't. Black men like asses. White men think that a big butt is gross. Have you ever heard Becky with the good hair say, oh my God, I gotta lose this butt. My butt is so big. And her butt this big. You know why? Because white men don't like big old butts. Not the rich ones. There you go. I'm talking about people that are wealthy. Whenever I have a conversation with you guys about men, when I say men, I'm talking about wealthy men. Men who have money. Men who can change your life. Men who are going to do something for you, with you. That's who I'm talking about. I'm not talking about these regular, everyday, mundane, whatever type of men. Who cares what they like? I don't care if Tyrone like a big booty. I don't want Tyrone. I don't want Tyrone. No. No, I don't. Oh, Miss Subliminals asked for, you still want me to do, okay, I'll do the best sugar daddy. I'll do the best sugar daddy. If you want upper middle class lifestyle, not a whale. What if you want upper middle class lifestyle? Then I'm the wrong channel for you. I'm not gonna teach you how to be mediocre. I want the women who watch my channel. I want the women who listen to me, who I interact with, who are in my circle, who I want to travel with and have a girls' night in the Maldives. I want these women who want wealthy men. I want these women. I don't want people around me who are ascribing to be upper middle class. What is that? Why would that be an aspiration of yours? You can't go to the Maldives with us because all of us, we going. And you're going to be sitting here like, well, I gotta help Charles pay these bills. I'm not married to a wealthy man, but I date several of them. And I am also married. Miss, what's her name? Ambitions. Dang, Cece. Cece is, Cece blocking and deleting everybody. Lord. Okay. But yeah, I don't want to ascribe to be mediocre. No. I want women who, if you're watching my channel, you need to be ascribing to wealth, not just to be mediocre. I'm sorry. Should a woman always leave the house with her hair done? And would you consider a neat bun or a natural wrap? You should always have yourself put together when you leave the house. Always. Always, always. What about getting a dating experience with regular guys? You can date regular guys if you want to. That's up to you. Is it rappers that only like big butts? No, athletes like them too. What changes do basic women need to make in their day-to-day routines to always be put together? You need to do your makeup. You need to make sure your hair is on point. If you have nappy hair, you need to get a wig. If you have hair that's short, you need to get a wig or a weave or something. If you have a big forehead, glue that thing down. If you have weird eyebrows, go to the beauty supply, get you a little razor and try to shape them up yourself. Don't worry. If you mess up, they'll grow back. You need to have perfect, long, flowing hair. Nobody cares if it's not yours. Nobody cares. Just make sure it's long. Is it possible to game a man who plays games? Absolutely. Yep. Your game needs to be stronger though. So you need to make sure you have long hair. You need to make sure your makeup is nice. You can't be hairy if you're a woman. You need to work on your voice if you have a deep voice. So these are things you need to be working on if you're just a regular woman. But you guys should know this because I've said this in 100. How much water do I drink? What do they have to do with the price of tea in China? How much water do I drink? You ain't got to drink water and all that. Makeup will cover all that if you don't drink water. What? Y'all know I'm about easy living. I'm about whatever's easy. You know, if I feel like drinking some water, I'm going to drink some water. What is my favorite textured wig? I don't like textured wigs. I don't. Marilyn Monroe never had long hair. You absolutely right, Purple Rain. But guess what she did have? That chick was sexy as hell. If you're going to have short hair, you need to be oozing sex. People need to feel like they didn't have sex when they look at you. If you're going to wear some short hair. If you have short hair, you need to be walking sex. Okay? People need to get an orgasm just looking at you. That's what Marilyn Monroe had. She was sexy. There's always going to be an exception to the rule. Most of us, 295 of us, are not that. They're not. You ain't gonna meet no wealthy 21-year-old guys. Wealthy and 21 is most likely never gonna happen. Huh? You know? Stop trying to be the exception to the rule. Okay, good. There's an exception to the rule, but she's one in how many? How can we get Marilyn Monroe sex appeal? Study her. I study her a lot. I watch videos of Marilyn Monroe, watch her, the playful way she used to do this. Oh my God, really? You're so smart. I can't believe it. Girl, I can get Marilyn in a minute. I can jump into Marilyn Monroe like that because I've studied her a lot. I admire her. I like the woman that she was and the power that she had over men. You know, men would be like, whenever they came in contact with her. That's what I want. That's what I want. Anytime you can pull a president and this man clearly has a wife and you got this man, anytime he in your presence, oh man, that's that one. That's that one, you know? So is the Level Up group accepting new members? Yes. But you can DM me if you want consultations, if you would like consultations or to get into the groups, or whatever, just email me, and we can make it happen. But she was the ultimate sex symbol. I wish things were different. I wish pretty people did not have privilege. I wish everybody could be loved for themselves and we could be all God's children and all exist in one world together with love and peace and harmony. But we can't. And we don't. So since that's not the case, act accordingly. If you know that men want women who look a certain way, then act accordingly. If you know that men do things for certain types of women, act accordingly. You know, if that's not what you want, then stay being the way you are. Nobody will be mad at you but your 40-year-old self. Let me say this, and got to go because I got a consultation. The only person that will be mad at you if you make the decision to decide to be mediocre is your 40-year-old self. Think about that. The only person that's going to be mad if you make a decision to decide to be mediocre, to not put forth the effort, to not do your hair, not do your makeup, not make sure you're always on point, is yourself when you're 40. Because you know why? You're going to have a house full of cats. You're going to have no man there. Or you could have no man and have a house full of kids. That's why. That's the only person that you're going to see. 43 and pissed. I feel you. I'll be darned. I can't. I'm not going to do it. So you can make a choice and say, you know what? I'm in control of my life and I'm going to get it together. I'm going to start practicing on my makeup. I'm going to get on YouTube. If you can sit here for an hour, I've been on here an hour, and listen to me jump up and down, hoop and holler, and talk about getting some money. Y'all need to get some money, get some money, get some money. Don't be ugly. Don't be pretty. Do your makeup. If you can sit here for an hour and do that, you can watch a little 12-minute tutorial about how to get this done, because I did it. I watched a little girl today, and she did her makeup just as cute, and I was pausing. Okay, what color she get? Okay. So you get you a palette. Go to Sephora or Ulta or wherever, Walmart, get you a palette. Say, okay, let me put in here, I have the Morphe 35B palette. And it's going to tell you all the looks that you can get with this palette. So you pick which one you like, okay? Then you sit up there and you listen to little Megan. Listen to Megan as she does her little tutorial. Megan going to show you how to do it. So you're like, okay, Megan, okay. So she said, get this for the crease color. And I got to get this brush. And then you got to do your mouth. All like that. Oh, and then she said, get some concealer and do this and do that. That's it. Then you can walk out the house like, I did this myself. What? But you have to do it. You have to do it. You know, I don't know why if you 23 and pissed, just go back to bed. If you 21, 19, 23 and you pissed, go to bed. Go to bed. Go to bed. And wake up tomorrow, because you got all that potential, all that youth. You still got, your stuff is still juicy. You still got stuff sitting up in there. And you mad. For what? You need to be mad at yourself. You need to be mad at yourself. For real. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. There's a standard of beauty, and you need to be it if you would like to benefit from the privileges that the beautiful people, beautiful women have. If you don't want to do that, you don't want to act accordingly, then be mad at 19, 20, and 23. Be mad. But make sure you're mad at yourself and not the people who are doing what it takes to get themselves there. I'm Michaela Pink. Thanks for watching.